Hello everyone, welcome to Chari's Education. So today we are going to discuss about human eye. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about first of all layers of human eye. Okay, and then after we will discuss about parts of eyes with the NCRT diagram, and then we will discuss about path of light. At last, we will discuss about what is the mechanism of vision. Okay, so first of all, human has three layers of eye. Okay, so three layers of human eye are, see, one is outer layer, middle layer, inner layer. So outer layer consists of sclera and cornea. Okay, cornea is nothing but modified sclera. Okay, so middle layer consists of choroid. Okay, so it is vascular and pigmented. Vascular means blood vessels are present, and choroid has divided into two parts, anterior and posterior. Anterior is one third and posterior is two third of eye. Okay, so now inner layer is photosensory layer. Okay, inner layer is retina and it is photosensory layer. So these are the three layers of human eye. Okay, so now we will discuss about parts of human eye. So this is the diagram of human eye given in NCRT. So see here, I told three layers of human eye. So outer layer is sclera and middle layer is choroid and outer means inner layer is retina. And I told cornea is outer layer which is modified sclera. Okay. So now a fluid is present inside the eye in a chamber called vitreous chamber, and it is jelly fluid. It is vitreous humor. Okay, and a fluid present in this pupil, it is called aqueous humor in this aqueous chamber. Okay, that fluid is called aqueous humor present in this aqueous chamber. That fluid is secreted by these ciliary bodies. Okay, so what is the function of ciliary bodies means secretion of aqueous humor fluid in pupil, in aqueous chamber. Or okay, so this is the iris. Okay, and this is the lens which is connected by the suspensory ligament. Okay, and now a spot is present, okay, where light is travels. Okay, so see here, this a pit is present. Okay, that pit is known as fovea centralis or fovea, in which only cones are present. Okay, I will tell about what are cones, what are rods. Okay, so fovea consists of cones, and it has high visual activity. Okay, high resolution power, it is very important point. So this yellow spot consists of rods and cones both, but in this yellow spot fovea is a pit in which only cones are present. Okay, so and now here a blind spot is present. Blind spot because here rods and cones both are absent. Okay, but blood vessels and optic nerve is present. Okay, blood vessels and optic nerve is present. So optic nerve also has no rods and cones. Okay, so these are the parts of human eye. Okay, so this is retina. So here a photosensory layer is present. So now we will discuss about what is the three layers of this retina, that is photosensory layer by which the path of light travels. Okay, so first of all I told photosensory layer is divided into three layers. Okay, inner layer, middle layer, outer layer. So photosensory layer consists of both rods and cones. Okay, so that's why it is called as photosensory layer. So inner layer consists of ganglionic cells. Okay, and mid layer consists of bipolar cells, outer layer consists of photoreceptor cells. Okay, that is rods and cones. Okay, so light will come. See here, I will show here how light will what is the path of light. So light will come here like this and touch to first touch to inner layer. Okay, and inner layer, that is ganglionic cells, and it travels from ganglionic cells to bipolar cells. Okay, that is inner layer to middle layer and middle layer to outer layer. Okay, so ganglionic cells to bipolar cells and then bipolar cells to photoreceptor cells. Okay, remember, it is path of light is inner layer to outer layer. Okay, inner side to outer side. Okay, so inner is ganglionic cells, middle is bipolar cells, and outer layer is photoreceptor cells. Light will come from ganglionic cells to bipolar cells to receptor cells. And now what happens means, light will travel from these rods, photoreceptor cells, to these rods or cones. Okay, so then what will happen means, opening of sodium channels takes place. Okay, opening of sodium channels takes place, which make depolarization. Okay, depolarization. Depolarization means generation of impulse. Okay, generation of impulse. Okay, impulse means signals. Okay, generation of signals. So now signals are generated. So now what happens means, these signals are again come to bipolar cells. Okay, bipolar cells. So bipolar cells, and then it travels to ganglionic cells. Ganglionic cells. Okay, then after it will go to optic nerve. So go to optic nerve, and then to our brain. In brain, that is occipital lobes. Okay, so this is the path of impulse. Path of impulse. And this is path of light. So see here, this is path of, see here, path of light. So this is path of light, this is path of impulse. So light first of all comes from inner layer to outer layer of retina, that is photosensory layer. Inner layer consists of ganglionic cells, and mid layer consists of bipolar cells, and outer layer consists of photoreceptor cells. Okay, and light is travels from inner side to outer side, and then it activates photoreceptor cells, rods or cones. Okay, then they will open the sodium channels, and depolarization takes place, which means charge. Okay, generation of impulse means signals takes place by this opening of sodium channels. Then it travels signals from bipolar cells to ganglionic cells to optic nerve. Okay, brain. This is the path of impulse, and this is the path of light. So now we will discuss about mechanism of vision. Okay, so is it clear to you all? Path of light and path of impulse. So before starting mechanism of vision, we will discuss about what are rods and what are cones. So rods and cones are nothing but structures present in eye, which consists of pigments. Okay, which help us to see. Okay, so rods help us to see in light dark. Okay, and cones help us to see in day. Okay, means bright light. So see here, number of rods are 100 to 120 million. Okay, but cones are only 6 million. Okay, so rods are active in dim light, and cones are active in bright light. And rods give us image black and white, which is known as scotopic vision, and cones give us colored images. Okay, photopic vision. Okay, sensitivity is high because it is in dim light, and sensitivity is low because it is bright light. But resolution power is low, or visual activity is low. Here in cones it is high. So now we will discuss about pigments present in rods and cones. Okay, so pigments of rods and pigments of cones. So pigments present in rods are rhodopsin. Okay, rhodopsin, it is pigment. Rhodopsin, pigment. In cones, pigment present is iodopsin. Okay, iodopsin, pigment. So visually it is like a purple color. Okay, purple color, and it is like a violet color. Okay, so now rhodopsin pigment. Okay, rhodopsin pigment is made up of opsin protein and retinal. Okay, so see here, rhodopsin is made up of opsin protein. Okay, opsin protein, it is in NCERT, very important. Opsin protein and retinal. Okay, retinal, and it is a aldehyde form. Okay, aldehyde form of retinol. Okay, retinol, which is made up of vitamin A. Okay, so can you see? Oh yes, retinal, aldehyde form of retinol. So here difference is present. Okay, so which is made up of vitamin A. So rhodopsin is made up of opsin protein and retinol. Remember difference between retinol and retinol. Okay, so now this iodopsin is made up of a same, but see here iodopsin pigment is made up of, see, 3 opsin protein. Okay, 3 opsin protein and retinol. Retinol is same, but here opsin proteins are 3. Okay, which are means, see here, one is erythropsin and second is chloropsin and third is cyanopsin. Okay, so see here, one is erythropsin and second is chloropsin and third is cyanopsin. So erythropsin means like erythrocytes means red blood cell, like that. So erythropsin means iron is present. So chloropsin, okay, chloropsin means Mg+2, okay, because like chlorophyll, magnesium. Okay, so cyanopsin means copper. Okay, so what is this color? Okay, red color. And chloropsin color is green, like chlorophyll. Okay, cyanopsin means copper means blue. Okay, so these are the pigments of these cones. Okay, so now we will discuss about mechanism of vision. So mechanism of vision, so one note is there in NCERT. Okay, so see here, our eyes are located in sockets of our skull called orbits. Okay, eyes are, wait, eyes are located in our sockets. Okay, in our sockets of skull called orbits. So in our skull two sockets are present which are called orbits. In that our eyes are located. Okay, so you know our eyes are binocular vision. Okay, so binocular vision, binocular vision means we see by our two eyes. Okay, so that's why we call binocular vision. Okay, so now we will take scotopic vision in mechanism of vision. Means scotopic means dim light. Okay, in dim light. So I told in dim light rods are active. Okay, so in rods rhodopsin pigment is present. Okay, rhodopsin pigment, it will active in dim light. So now this rhodopsin pigment is made up of two molecule. Okay, so this is a what opsin protein. Okay, this is a opsin protein and this is a retinol. Okay, retinol. So I told before also rhodopsin pigment is made up of retinol and opsin protein. Okay, so now what happens means when dim light comes. Okay, when dim light comes bleaching takes place. Okay, bleaching takes place by which these are here this is in cis form. Okay, now it will in when dim light comes it will convert into transform. Okay, so it is now in here, see here, this is in now cis transform. Okay, transform. So now what happens means sodium channels will activate and open. Okay, so here what happens means opening of sodium channels takes place. Okay, so now by that depolarization takes place. Okay, depolarization. Okay, so depolarization means it will give signals. Okay, so now it will come signals will come to optic nerve. Okay, optic nerve, and now optic nerve gives signals to our occipital lobe, which is our brain part. Okay, occipital lobe. So this is the mechanism of vision. Okay, so now we will discuss about types of muscles in human eye. Okay, so there are two types of muscles. One is voluntary muscles. Okay, voluntary muscles. So voluntary muscles are total 6. Okay, in which uh, 4 are rectus. Okay, rectus muscles, and 2 are oblique. Okay, so rectus are like this. Okay, so if this is eye, so this is rectus muscles. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4, and oblique muscles looks like this. Okay, so okay, so two oblique muscles are present. So now second type of muscles present in human eye are involuntary muscles. Okay, involuntary muscles. So these are two types. Okay, so one is iridial muscles and second is ciliary muscles. So one is iridial muscles. Okay, and second is ciliary muscles. So iridial muscles controls our pupil. Okay, so in iridial muscles, if radial muscles is will contract. Okay, radial muscles will contract, then our diameter of pupil will increase. Okay, so see here, now you can see. Okay, so increase diameter of pupil. Okay, so if see here, if circular muscles contract. Okay, circular muscles contract, then what happens means diameter will decrease. Whose diameter? Pupil. Okay, diameter of pupil will decrease. So now if ciliary muscles contract or relax, it is called as accommodation. Okay, accommodation of eye. So these are the muscles of human eye. One is voluntary muscles and second is involuntary muscles. Voluntary has total 6 muscles. 4 are rectus, which are looks like, see here, like this, and 2 are oblique, which looks like this. Okay, so now second type of muscles is involuntary muscles, which are two type, and iridial muscles and ciliary muscles. Okay, iridial muscles have radial muscles and circular muscles. Radial muscles if contract, then diameter will increase. Okay, of pupil. Okay, if circular muscles will contract, then diameter of pupil will decrease. And if ciliary muscles contract or relax, it is called as accommodation of eye. Okay, thank you.